Hi, so my name is Sitong, and I'm from China. I'm from Beijing, and prior to MBA, I've actually worked for almost 4 years in government affairs. So I got my bachelor degree in political science in the US, and then afterwards, I've been working in China to help corporates, especially European businesses, to lobby the Chinese government to make a better business environment for the foreign businesses in China. Our job is basically to manage our relationship with mainly the public sector. So, for example, we were in charge of setting up the high-level meetings and dialogues between my company's CEO with the relevant government officials. For example, we set up the meeting between the new CEO of Siemens in China, and also now is the person has now moved on to become the second hand of Xi Jinping, which is pretty cool. And through these meetings, we help we help our senior management to draft their speeches and also to come up with talking points to better leverage our company's position and help China together to basically improve the business environment and also bring in new technologies to these countries. So the key reason that drives me to pursue an MBA is because I want to gain more international working experience. Even though I was working for big international multinational corporations, all my past work experience was based in China. And for me, eventually I want to see myself as a global leader. And that's why I came to ESMT in order to gain more experience, not only working with people from different backgrounds, but also to be in an international hub of technology and politics and culture, in order to gain these more international experience. The experience has been very enriching for me personally. Ever since the program started, the school has divided us into different study groups, and each month our study group will change. And within the study groups, I get to work with literally people from all over the world. There are my friends that are from South America or different parts of Europe or in the Middle East. It's a very different experience from my past working mostly in China. And through these group projects and study groups, I get to deal with people from different backgrounds and to solve problems. And sometimes we run into arguments or disagreements, and then I think it's from these disagreements that you really grow and learn how to not only to cooperate, but also to manage and lead people from different backgrounds. I chose the data track because for me personally, I think that's the area that I'm kind of lack of before, since I study a lot of social science, and I would like to, be able to understand at least how data can prove certain arguments or analysis, since it's very essential. I think eventually once you reach to a management position in a business, you have to at least be able to understand when people show you some arguments or when you want to, because I realized before, since we work very closely with our company CEO and also senior management from different departments, in order for us to give them suggestions, sometimes you have to back your suggestions with data, and that's the most convincing in especially while doing business. And for me, the data track has been very helpful. We learn different tools such as the decision tree and how basically you arrive at a decision through very rational thinking. And now we're also learning new softwares to do with R, and So it's very challenging for me since I've never done any data courses, but I think it's very useful for especially in the future if you were to rise to a managerial position. My goal after MBA, I'm still very interested in strategy roles, especially in a corporate. And actually, so now I'm actually looking more into like some in-house strategy consulting positions. And that's also why I kind of like elected myself as the co-president of the consulting club now for ESMT. Since I think a lot of the managerial classes we took at ESMT will enable us to switch kind of like a charter, like a career change into like the more strategy and managerial roles in corporates. And I was hoping to use what I learned, especially like the data courses and also some managerial courses, and really help corporates to generate more, like market advantage. One of my favorite part of ESMT is for sure is student organizations and the activities. Since our cohort, and I would say like the program is still quite new, so like we actually have way more opportunities to engage in these leadership roles, especially in the student organizations. And actually, like the beginning of this year, me and another full-time MBA student together kind of like took over the club, because the club hasn't been honestly very active from the past. Since I would say consulting is not really one of the main focus for our student body, because I think most people are more interested in tech companies since we're based in Berlin. But I still think for an MBA program, there's still like this demand and interest from the student body into consulting as a potential future career. That's why we kind of take over the club, and we wanted to provide training and also networking possibilities for our classmates, including how to deal with the recruitment for consulting, and also we want to help each other for like case interview preparations, for etc. And right now our club has already like taken over around like I think 2 major consulting projects. And the first one we had very luckily we had with Mercedes-Benz, and we got this project also from the connection with our school. And so with Mercedes together, we helped them develop this more sustainable strategy for their like luxury car department, which was very interesting. And it's very I think like fulfilling to see that you can use what you learn at school to put into practice and solve real life business problems. And then coming up, we have another project with another restaurant company. And so it's very different cases, and we have a lot of interested students participating in these consulting projects. I would say it comes from the career coach that the school provides us. I think what strikes me is that because personally speaking, I grew up in Asia. As an Asian, like I'm used to always trying to go for the big name companies, but what's from my interaction with my career coach, she basically just remind me that eventually you have to think, you don't want to just have a job or a well-known like big name job. Eventually you want to be happy, you want to have a career where you feel fulfilled and to do something what you like. And that's something I think from like being at ESMT, it gives us so many opportunities to explore different industries, different sectors, and that's something that it's really rare for people who's been working several years in the same path. And that's very like eye-opening for me, because it kind of like gives like tell me to just pause for a second, really think about what you want for your long-term career path. I definitely enjoy the student community here a lot, and I feel like it's a very vibrant and diverse community. And everybody has been so friendly ever since I joined the school. And to be honest, I've never had a chance to really meet with so many people from such different backgrounds. And I think in our cohort, like I would say, like there are 1/3 of us from Asia, 1/3 of people from South America, and the rest from all over the world, like Europeans. And like every day I feel like I'm learning different languages, people talking in Spanish, German, Italian, and it's a very like kind of vibrant and diverse student community, and everybody is really trying to help each other. And like for me, I really like this program because we're not only learning from our classroom, but we're learning from our peer as well. And I think a lot of us come from very different industry also, and if I want to learn, we have classmates who work at Google or like pharmaceutical companies, or like all these different backgrounds, and every day I'm learning something from my peers. I think the biggest challenge is definitely the workload that we had. Is definitely what I think is one of the toughest MBA programs, because I've talked to my other friends, and it's very demanding, especially the first 3 months. We have classes from 9 to 5, and then afterwards you have to do group projects and also individual assignments. And besides that, you also have your own like responsibilities. For example, I have the club requirements, and also you have to spend time to network and build your connections, basically. So it was definitely very overwhelming in the beginning. It's way more demanding than a 9 to 5 job for sure. And but like I said, like I have such a supportive like student group, and I think by like being there with like, and also helping each other throughout this period, it's a very enriching experience. And I think also this experience really taught me how to like prioritize. Sometimes you have to decide what to do first, and because it's impossible simply to make everything perfect all at once. And I think that's a very important life lesson also. It's definitely a new experience learning how to say no, because also we just had our negotiation class, and one of the projects is that we have to come up with a scenario where we have to learn to say no to in a negotiation process. And I think that's, especially from, I guess, coming from Asian culture, I'm very used to, I don't like confrontation, I don't like conflicts, and it's a very nice challenge to have to learn to prioritize, and also learn to how to say no to things. My advice is definitely to try to immerse yourself fully in the experience as much as possible. I understand the whole MBA program is already very demanding, and there are a lot of things that the school and also the city can provide you. And sometimes people might get a little burnout and they want to take a break, and it's totally okay. But I think this year it's so precious that we just need to like take it all in sometimes, because I know that already, like in our program, the school itself provides you all these different experiences, say in class, and also all these networking events. For example, today we just have this Digital Future Summit. It is organized by student body also, and we invite a lot of different companies over to talk about the future of AI, and also all these different topics. And it could be very overwhelming, but I think it's a great experience to just get yourself out there, and also to be out of your comfort zone and try things that maybe you used to not be interested in, or not even like used to do. And I think that's how you can make the best out of your MBA experience.